हेलो वेलकम। सो आज मैं आपको एक स्टोरी सुनाने वाला हूँ। नहीं, आज मैं सच्ची की स्टोरी सुनाऊंगा। आई स्टिल गॉट इनटू हिंदी। फीलिंग हिंदी में आती है बिकॉज आई एम एन इंडियन। लेट्स स्विच टू इंग्लिश. So today also I'm going to tell you a story, and honestly I'm going to tell you a real story today. I won't play trick like I played yesterday in last video. Today will actually be I'll actually be telling you a story, right? So suppose I have to purchase this phone, right? If I'm selling this phone, suppose you are purchasing this phone, right? That is the situation. And if it's that situation, will you be just make the decision of purchase by just looking at an ad like, hey, get this phone, even if this is iPhone 12 and someone is offering it at 10,000, like if he's saying get this iPhone right now at 10,000 rupees. Will you buy it? Obviously not. You won't buy it because you don't have that confidence. You won't believe. You are not confident. You don't trust that guy by just looking at it. Right? The guy has done nothing in your life. You'll be very doubtful on that thing, right? So we only trust. We don't move ahead with trust, right? First of all, we need awareness about the brand, then we need some interest, then desire, then action. That is AIDA: awareness, interest, desire, and action model, right? That is AIDA model, which is similar to our TOF, VOF, TOF, MOF, BOF, right? Top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel, right? So that the thing is like, what is TOF, BOF, MOF, right? So let me give you an example. So I used I used to run webinar funnels. Webinar funnels is a kind of funnels where you generate leads over internet, and then you get all those people into a webinar, and then you present, and then at the end people finally make the purchase, right? So how actually that happens? So initially 1,000 people register for my webinar, right? 1,000 people registers. So out of those 1,250 people actually attends my session. 750 people doesn't attend my session, right? Because they were occupied, they were busy, they didn't get my notifications, or they had technical glitch, or they didn't want to, they just signed up, they were just checking out what's happening or not, right? So 1,000 to 250, right? That what happened actually is, so I got an attention of 1,000 people, and then finally 250 attended, and out of those 250, at the end only 25 people made the purchase, and 225 people didn't make any kind of purchase, right? So that is actually a funnel, right? 1,000 to 50, to 50 to 25. So those 25 people are my purchasers, they are my buyers, they are my bottom of the funnel audiences. Now those 225 people who have not made the purchase but have attended my session are my middle of the funnel audiences, and those 1,000 people are my top of the funnel audiences. So that is a funnel: top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. So what I have done, first of all, I placed an ad to generate awareness about my business, right? First of all, awareness for there, then I built an interest by inviting them into a live session, and then in the live session I created a desire in presenting the actual product in a 60 minutes or 90 minutes recorded session. I created a desire, and then finally some of them took the action. That is the model: AIDA: awareness, interest, desire, action. And we also call it top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel, right? That is actually the funnel. Let me just explain you a little bit more about this. So it looks, why it is called a funnel, because it looks like a cone, right? Where in the on the top you have a very like huge database of people. So as I mentioned, in my case, like 1,000 people registered, but not 1,000 people are going to purchase. Out of those, 750 people will not even attend the session, right? So my audience got filtered there, and after that, like, there were only 25 people who actually paid the purchase, right? So top of the funnel were 1,000 people, and middle of the funnel then were 250 people, and 25 people went into bottom of the funnel purchase, right? So that is actually the funnel. What I did: awareness, interest, desire, and action. First of all, I created an awareness with the ad, then I created an interest by inviting them into masterclass, then I created and desired with my 90 minutes presentation, and then I created and then I convinced them to take an action. That is AIDA model, right? So These are the stages of a customer. Top of the funnel, if you want her friendship, then first of all you have to make her comfortable, that is yours. Then middle of the funnel, you have to convince him logically and emotionally, right? So those 225 people who didn't move ahead in my webinar were the people who were not convinced with my presentation, right? They were not convinced, they need more explanation, they want more social proof, they want more logical convincing. They have their internal fears that they won't be able to make the time, they won't be able to do the things, they don't have time, they are lack of resources, they don't have money, even they have, they'll just give excuse to them. And you have to knock them off, right? Then finally you can give them a call and make them into your bottom of the funnel audiences. So that's what you can do, right? So top of the funnel, from middle of the funnel, and then finally we have bottom of the funnel. And in bottom of funnel, like the person has purchased, right? Now if someone has purchased my Facebook ads course, then I can also sell him my Google ads course, because he already knows the kind of quality I will deliver in my products and services. So he will think again to take a decision of purchase with me, right? So that's what he's going to do. So that is going to be a bottom of the funnel audience, right? So top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel, these are the stages of customer. We'll be learning about this, and like we'll be doing a lot things about this, right? So stages of a customer, like awareness, interest, desire, and action. And suppose initially 100,000 people approached you. Out of those, so these are the numbers you can take in reference to my webinar. So my ad will be shown to 100,000 people. Out of those 100,000 people, only 2,000 people will register for my for my session. And out of those 2,000 people, only 1,000 people make my session. And out of those 1,000, only 100 people will make a final purchase, right? So this way, finally the people in the, that's why it is called bottom of the funnel and top of the funnel. Bottom of the funnel are people who are actually action takers, and on top of the funnel there are not people who are not action takers, right? So this is AIDA, awareness, interest, desire, and action. And I shared in the origin, in the history as well, the origin of funnel, right? And this is very important. We'll be learning about this in very detail once the sessions are over, right? So see you again in the next session. Meanwhile, bye bye, take care, see ya. And let me know if you have any questions. Mail me at deepak@thedigischolars.com, or drop me a message at in the relevant groups, and I'll respond over there, right? Bye bye, take care, see ya. And if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to ask, and I will